What is worse than coming up onto your little daily show, having heard some guy talk about how effective things like bleach and Lysol are on surfaces and how effective UV can be on surfaces in terms of killing viruses. And then thinking, you're so super clever to have the idea, like, what if we could do that inside our bodies? That you are so both ignorant as to that idea and ignorant to the own limitations of your God knows what addled brain you have. And you go out in front of a country of 300 million people who are stuck in a pandemic, unable to get really any solid sense of what they should be doing to deal with the coronavirus. And you just blurt it all out, causing a rise to calls to the poison center across the country. Your dupes who, again, wouldn't have a problem with you shooting somebody on Fifth Avenue. They're trying it out because the president said so. They have given up on hydroxychloroquine or whatever the hell it is. They're not taking their own fish food. What could possibly be worse than that if you were the president of the United States to say publicly, well, Donald Trump followed up with an explanation for what he was really doing when he said that?
Clarify your comments about injections of disinfectant. They're quite provocative.
No, I was asking the question sarcastically to reporters like you, just to see what would happen. Now, disinfectant for doing this, maybe on the hands, would work.
The disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number on the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me. So we'll see. But the whole concept of the light, the way it kills it in 1 minute, that's pretty powerful.
Okay, there's two issues here. One is he's lying, right? He wasn't asking this question sarcastically of reporters. He was turning to his own medical personnel and basically saying, like, that's my idea, just as long as we get that on the record, but check it out with medical doctors and see if that could work, maybe. He's literally turning to his medical people to his right.
Yeah, that's my dry sense of humor.
It's
just injecting a
so
bit
he's
of levity.
clearly lying about that.
It's an inside joke with his medical people.
It's an inside joke, but here's the part that is really psychopathic. The idea that he thinks that if he says, no, I wasn't being an idiot in bragging about my own stupidity in trying to question whether it's possible to rinse your lungs with like Lysol or put a UV light that pierces your skin. No, instead, I was joking. I was messing with the reporters at the national press conference about the pandemic we're going through. Like, how much of a psycho do you have to be to think, oh, that's a better explanation? I was just effing around, guys. Hey, I'm the president, but I can't tell a joke. I can't pull a prank on the country. Like, got you. Punked. You got punked.
Owned.
I mean, the idea that he thinks that is like, I was just effing with the country, everybody. Stop being such jerks about it. Well, I can't joke now.
No, it's a classic deflection tactic. You see it all the time on Twitter. Someone says something that is not received in the way that they want, and then they're like, I was just joking.
Right. But they're on Twitter. They're on Twitter and nobody cares whether they're joking or not. He's the president of the United States. What a sick And the idea that everybody's standing around him, God, honestly, like start the tribunals, do it in absentia. Unbelievable. I just, it's unbelievable to me.
It's if Twitter were real life plus death.